Okay, well, still moving on to another sore topic. Alec Baldwin had a tragic accident on set. He discharged a prop gun on the set of his film Rust, and he accidentally shot and killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins, if I got that right. And he also injured the film's director, Joel Souza. So the investigation is open and active. Apparently, they say these things do happen, and it's happened before with blanks.
Yeah,
So,
isn't that how
Brandon Lee.
Bruce Lee's son died?
Brandon Lee, yep.
Yeah, but it's been 30 years since something like this has
In
happened.
The Crow or something. That's
The
when
Crow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
so
another
I
one
think they're
like
It's a good movie.
checking
in the
to
50s
see.
or something like that.
Well, they're looking at the one of the prop masters for the production. And I'm not going to say her name because I don't know it, and also I don't know it because it is an active. I just feel like but I also look at it like
we would have called you out if we knew your name.
I don't want to
Making a
because
choice about something I don't know.
it is active, and there always needs to be a scapegoat, and we just don't know where the
It could
fuck
also
up
just
is.
be an
you know?
accident, right?
Why are
Like,
live rounds ever on set?
Well, supposedly
I don't
members
know.
of the cast and the crew were shooting off live rounds in between takes or whatever, and somehow one of those guns got there.
Because that's the
Apparently,
thing you do.
I guess there's been
Yeah, like oops, I mixed up the
I mean,
bullet.
when on a Western set,
like some
act
prop
like it's a-
masters
That could be fun,
turned
but
down
they
doing the movie
should have
for safety
known.
concerns, but that happens in every production, and it can just be a polite way of saying I don't want to do it. Apparently, this prop person has had some concerns revolving around her work, but again, we don't know. I mean, it's
because
open.
it's Alec
you know.
because it's Alec Baldwin holding the gun. There's a lot of speculation.
I mean,
It's
I mean, he spoke to the press, and he's been in contact with the family and whatnot, and he is
seems
a
like
producer on it.
nightmare.
He was a
I know.
producer on it,
Imagine how
like-
horrible that must feel to
Yeah.
Right.
that's
Yeah.
the bigger issue. It's his production company, right?
Yeah.
So if you're just the actor and you do it, not that you're like, oh well, it's less responsibility, less fault, but when it's your production company,
You can't sue you about it.
it's
Yeah.
I
harder.
mean, it does. I mean,
they have
producers,
insurance and shit,
producers
but
ultimately will have to at least maybe not be held accountable for it, because obviously if it's one person's mistake, if that's what it actually is, then that's what it is. But producers are required, and line producers and whatnot are the people who hire, and the production managers. Him being a producer and it being his production company just means that he gave himself a job, and that's pretty much where
Well.
he approves the director, and that's pretty much usually where it ends for an actor. But
you want
it's
the
just
naming
tragic.
credit to get the award, you got to take the responsibility.
Exactly. And he says they're probably not going to
moment.
finish the movie. He doesn't think they're going to finish the movie. He spoke to the press with limited what he could say because he's under instruction not to speak about it. Yeah.
I don't know how true it is because all of a sudden all this stuff pops out of nowhere, but I don't know if it was the victim, if the person that got shot who had ties to it, or if it was
they're a victim.
directed. That's right. 'Cause, even if they mouthed off, they didn't deserve to get shot. No, so that's why I said victim on purpose. Anyway, I don't know if I heard someone was tied to Hillary Clinton in some way, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is
I'm outta
hilarious!"
here.
And then I'm like, "Is this a meme?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't even want to bother
You know what?
finding out."
There's a lot of YouTube channels of like movie reviewers and whatnot that I used to really like. There's
I
this
was
group
like, "Holy
called
shit!"
the Fandom Menace that spoke out about how they destroyed Star Trek, they destroyed Doctor Who, they destroyed Star Wars, all for brownie points. And I was behind it, but then they got too far right and
Yeah.
Trumpy, and their racism and their prejudice come through. So I won't subscribe to them. But every once in a while, I'll click back in just to hear what they're saying. And they're loving the Fed. They're like, oh, it's so sad someone died. But of course, Alec Baldwin is to blame because Alec Baldwin is this horrible liberal piece of shit. So yeah, the right has jumped
And everybody's
on that.
favorite.
Oh,
What's her
yeah.
name? What's her name? The black one that nobody likes.
Candace Owens.
Candace Owens.
I
of
was
course,
gonna say
and she
Candace
said something.
Burns.
Candace Burns.
Yeah, people have been so cruel in the
But
comments.
she said something
mean.
along those lines. She's like, of course, it's so ironic. Well, it's poetic justice, is what she said. That Alec Baldwin was the one to fire us off. I was like,
Guys, really?
Yeah, people really think that he did
Yeah.
it on purpose. It's like,
Of course,
come on.
All because he did Trump on Saturday Night Live, and it's the impersonation that I impersonate when I do Trump. Because I don't do Trump, I do Alec Baldwin doing Trump, and that's why they're up his ass. And that's just, and a woman died, a mother,
Right.
a wife, and it was an accident.
There's my cousin has a on his Discord has a meme. It's Dick Cheney, and it says, "Remember when I shot a man in the face with a gun I knew was real and
And
loaded?"
he apologized.
And I was like, "Holy shit, that's fucked up, dude."
Yeah. And
Yeah,
the
but
guy
the
who
guy
got
didn't
shot.
die.
Yeah, but he apologized to Dick Cheney. That's the best part.
He had
Yeah,
to have a
Wasn't he
press
in the way?
conference.
the guy who
He was
got
in the
shot
way.
apologized
The guy
Cheney
who
was
got
sitting in the-
shot apologized to Dick Cheney for what? Getting in the
for getting
way?
shot.
No, he
So sorry
apologized.
that your bullet hit my face.
Yeah.
Well, Dick
Oh.
Cheney.
Somewhere-
Dick Cheney
he
was
was in the
sitting in
wrong
the car. He was sitting in the car loading his weapon while they were doing like duck hunting. And once he closed the rifle, it went off. Shot the guy in the face who was near the car. Guy survived.
Yeah.
Old man. And then he had a press conference because you don't fuck with Dick Cheney, basically apologizing for the emotional distress that it caused the vice president and his family.
I'm sorry you shot me and might be
I'm
fucked up
so
from it.
Sorry that you might be upset that
Yeah.
I got shot.
I really
Yeah.
hope my life.
I'm
can be
sorry
like
that you feel bad that
Makes
you
sense.
shot me.
Yeah. So
Just give me the money and I'll apologize to you.
Gaslighting
Fine.
101.
So
I'm sorry you feel that way.
is there a good transition for this, Ashley?
I was gonna say, well, speaking of,
I need chapstick and another drink. That's my transition.
are
Can you
we-
forgive me? I'll be really fast.
Okay,
Yeah.
My lips are so
Shooting
chapped. I
victim was
feel
wife.
disgusting.
All right, you have 1 minute. Go.
Okay, Dad. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was like, is she gonna take her time to get out the chair?
Are we doing pee breaks?
Yeah, go ahead. Go get your
Oh,
drink and
that's
pee. Get your pee on.